While I was putting the album together, I didn't have enough songs, so it needed something extra, and the way that I worked with this album was same as I used to do with Junip, or when I was about to have a show that we needed to fill out the the EPs or albums or shows with more songs, and so I was on the lookout for a cover, and yeah, after looking through my other go-to artists, it just hit me that this song, Hearbeats, was played all the time, and that clicked in my mind that it would be fun to do a cover of something current in a similar style as Jamaican reggae artists would just take whatever's hit and make like 5 new versions of the same. So it was fun to try to play a song that was so different from my style, but I felt pretty early that this could be something because of the beautiful lyrics and the sort of the melody that's within this electronic sound. It's still very classic sounding.
One night to be confused, one night to speed up truth. We had a promise made, 4 hands and then away.
When The Knife released their album Deep Cuts, or before that when they released Heartbeats, it was playing all the time in Sweden and on the radios, on TV, and I was a fan, so I was listening to the album all the time. So we were living in the same area of town in Gothenburg, and I even had a moment where we had both our first 7 inches, and I gave mine to Olof, and he gave me their first. So when I recorded the Heartbeats, I wanted to have their blessing. So I went over to the studio where they were working, and they were in the middle of it, so I just handed over the CD and got a text later and Karin was really thrilled and liked it a lot and was touched. So that was a good good moment.
Both under influence, we had differences to know what to say. Mind is a razor blade to call for hands of above, to lean on. Would it be good enough for me now? One night of magic rush, the start a simple touch. One night to push and scream.
I was thinking about my arpeggio, about my bass line. I tried to imitate the original bass line. It didn't sound that good, so I had to keep some elements and just rework some others. So keeping the vocals and the lyrics, obviously, but the bass would be a bit different and a bit more folky. And yeah, once I recorded it, I remember the reaction from friends and label, that they felt instantly that this was the song on the album. They felt it with Crosses too, and that's why they went with Crosses as the first single in Sweden, just so a cover wouldn't like overshadow the rest of the album, which I think was a smart move. But it did become the main song outside of Sweden and the main song in my career, and I'm happy for it. I still love the song. I still enjoy the lyrics, and I don't know exactly what Karin Dreyer meant with each word, but I like the lyrics as a relationship song, but also as a song that has these the line of calling from hands from above to lean on wouldn't be good enough for me, no, where it resonates with my worldview, where I feel like as a humanist, I feel like we need to figure out our purposes, our values, without trying to lean on fictive higher powers.
10 days of perfect tunes, the colors red and blue. We had a promise made, we were in love. To call for hands of above, to lean on, wouldn't be good enough for me now. To call for hands of someone to lean on wouldn't be good enough.
In all the bands that I was playing in, it was pretty common to tune down from E to D, so regular drop D, I guess you call it. But once I found people pointed me to Nick Drake, I started to play his songs or try to play his songs, and he would have many interesting tunings. So I was inspired by his tuning when I did the D, A, D, F sharp. So that's the tuning for Heartbeats, for Crosses, for Slow Moves, for Save Your Day, for Dead Weight on Velveteen, and for Hints. So the half the album is D, A, D, F sharp, with the capo on different frets. So most of the songs I would try to record guitar and vocals at the same time, but almost every song I would just say, no, stop it. I took too many takes, and I just decided to do only the guitar and then do the vocals. But with the Heartbeats, I did guitar and vocals at the same time, which adds more like harmonies, extra harmonies, almost like when you're singing vocals in a choir and you're singing into the same mic, you get these additional waves. So I think that added a bit of warmth to the recording. So guitar and vocals, and then an additional vocal. The trivia is that I didn't have a karaoke version. My label was asking for one for many years, and I was saying that I don't have one. But yeah, just a couple of years ago, I decided to try to re-record the guitar on its own. And but I couldn't give them a karaoke version.
You knew the hand of the devil, and you kept us awake with false teeth, sharing different heartbeats in one life.
I think everyone involved in my career have been surprised, and one surprise was when it came out in Sweden with the album, the amount of attention, and I was able to play, bigger and bigger shows because of the album, which was pushed by Crosses and Heartbeats. But then once it was released as an advert, and with that video with the bouncy balls, and all of a sudden it became a hit. So UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and some other countries, it became a hit, which was so it was already weird for me as a artist that was into lo-fi. I was thinking about how many of the artists I liked, they would sell maybe 10,000 albums, but it was going platinum and gold in some countries, and all because of that song and probably because of the advert. So it was a huge surprise around 2006 and 5 and 6 and 7, where I was about to release my second album, but it just kept on coming, the shows and the people who wanted me to play Heartbeats. So that was a surprise. Another surprise was, going forward 10, 20 years and feeling like, okay, this still works. It's a combination of me and my guitar, but also with Heartbeats and many of the other songs. So there's something timeless that seems to be working, and I think it talks to how some songs, once they reach a certain level, they become part of the things that people relate to.
To call for hands above.